There are relationships that, like cheerful melodies at the start, bring joy and support, but over time, that tune can become discordant, heavy, and cause heartache. Whether it's a close friend from childhood or a family member, recognizing and accepting that the relationship is no longer healthy is a difficult challenge. However, to protect ourselves and our happiness, sometimes we need to make firm decisions, even if it means letting go of a once important relationship. In this video, we will explore the warning signs that a relationship has become toxic and is no longer worth your time and effort. If you're feeling lost and trapped in such a relationship and don't know what to do, don't lose heart. Stay with me. Let's watch this video together. Perhaps you'll find answers, new directions, and the courage to make the best decision for yourself. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to not miss out on other valuable content we'll bring to you, because you deserve a happy life with healthy and positive relationships. Life is like a colorful garden where relationships blossom and bear fruit, bringing us joy and happiness. But there are also times amidst the vibrant flowers, the toxic weeds lie hidden, silently gnawing away at our vitality and joy. So, what is a toxic relationship? How can we recognize and avoid them? Join me in exploring the warning signs so you can protect yourself and cultivate healthy relationships that bring true happiness and growth. Number 1, they take advantage of you. Some relationships are like one-way mirrors where you're always the giver, and they only take. Like a river flowing in one direction, your emotions, time, and even finances keep pouring towards them without any reciprocation. This isn't just true in friendships, but can also happen in romantic relationships, where ideally, giving and receiving should be balanced and nurtured by both sides. Imagine yourself as a lush, vibrant garden. But then, a parasitic vine appears, clinging on to you, sucking away nutrients and sunlight. Gradually you wither and become barren, while the vine flourishes. This is a metaphor for a one-sided relationship, where you are being taken advantage of and drained of your energy, whether it's in friendship or love. For example, in a romantic relationship, you might always be the one initiating texts, calls, showing care, and nurturing your partner. But when you need attention or support, they become indifferent or distant. Or perhaps you're always the one sacrificing, compromising, and doing everything to please your partner, but they don't appreciate or reciprocate your feelings. In friendships, you might always be there when your friend needs help, whether it's something small like giving them a ride or something big like helping them through financial difficulties. However, when you need support, they find ways to avoid it or take it for granted. They might even exploit your kindness to achieve their own goals, such as borrowing money with no intention of paying it back, or using your connections to advance their career. If you find yourself in such a relationship, whether it's a friendship or a romantic one, pause and reflect. You deserve to be loved, respected, and treated fairly. Don't allow yourself to become a victim of exploitation and selfishness. Be strong and let go of relationships that don't bring positive value to your life, making space for those who truly deserve and appreciate your affection. Number 2, they don't respect you. In the garden of life, each relationship is a vibrant flower, adding color and beauty to our existence. But if that flower isn't watered with respect, it will gradually wither and fade. Harsh words and constant criticism are like a relentless hailstorm, not only bruising the delicate petals, but also eroding the very roots of affection. When you feel constantly belittled, looked down upon, or judged, it's a sign that the flower of the relationship is losing its vitality. Words can cut like knives into your self-esteem, leaving you feeling small and worthless. Everyone is an individual, deserving of respect and a listening ear. If your voice is stifled, if your feelings are ignored, it's a sign that this relationship is no longer fertile ground for affection to blossom. For instance, Ashley and Jessica have been best friends since high school. On the surface, they always appear close, going out together, shopping, and sharing everything. However, behind the smiles and warm hugs, Jessica constantly feels insecure and hurt by Ashley's words. Whenever Jessica shares her achievements, Ashley often seems indifferent or even makes negative remarks such as "it's not that special" or "you probably just got lucky." When Jessica confides in her about life's difficulties, Ashley shows little concern, even joking about her friend's sensitive issues. Ashley's words are like silent knives cutting into Jessica's self-esteem, causing her to gradually lose confidence and joy in life. Although they maintain the appearance of friendship, Jessica has begun to feel distant and no longer wants to share anything with Ashley. Don't delude yourself into thinking that disrespect is temporary or due to their own struggles or stress. Respect is the foundation of any relationship, the guiding light for affection to grow. Without that light, the flower of love and friendship will forever remain in darkness, unable to bloom. Remember, you deserve to be treated with respect and love. Don't let harsh words wound your soul. Stand up for yourself, protect your self-worth, and seek relationships that bring you joy and appreciation. Let your life be a vibrant garden where every flower is nurtured with genuine respect and love. Are you still with me? If so, please comment with the number 2 so I know I'm not alone on this journey. Number 3. Those who harbor toxicity. In life, it's inevitable to encounter individuals who harbor toxicity within them. They resemble dark, ominous clouds, constantly sowing negativity and drama into their surroundings. Their words pierce like sharp knives, directly targeting the self-esteem of others, leaving them feeling worthless. Being around these individuals feels like being drained of energy, leaving one emotionally exhausted. They frequently complain, criticize, and blame others. They have no qualms about using harsh words to belittle others and elevate themselves. They enjoy creating dramatic situations, causing division and conflict among people. They show no regard for the feelings of others, seeking only to satisfy their own selfish desires. In the presence of toxic people, we feel tired, discouraged, and lose faith in life. We struggle to focus on the positive aspects, haunted by negative thoughts. We gradually lose ourselves, failing to recognize our own worth. Toxic individuals not only hurt others with their words, but also through their actions. They may exploit the kindness of others, deceive, betray, or even resort to abuse. They fail to appreciate what they have, consumed by greed and selfishness. They lack the capacity for genuine love, knowing only how to manipulate and harm others. Living in a toxic environment is akin to being infected by a dangerous virus, gradually eroding our soul and well-being. We become sensitive, vulnerable, and lose confidence in ourselves. We no longer dare to open our hearts to others, fearing further pain. We gradually withdraw, living in the shadows of loneliness and despair. However, not everyone recognizes the toxicity of those around them. Some, due to excessive love, trust, or dependence on others, fail to realize they are being exploited and hurt. They try to justify, seeking reasons to excuse the actions of others or blame themselves. But the truth is, we cannot change others. We can only change ourselves. If we realize we are in a toxic relationship, let us bravely let go. Do not cling to someone who is unworthy. Seek out better people. those who know how to cherish and love us. Life is too short to waste time on toxic individuals. Let us dedicate our time to ourselves, to those who love us, and to the good things in life. Only then can we live a happy and meaningful life. For instance, a close friend who always seems caring and concerned, but in reality frequently speaks ill of you behind your back, envies your success, and seeks ways to undermine you in front of others. Or a romantic partner who appears loving and pampering, but controls your every move, displays unfounded jealousy, and even resorts to violence to resolve conflicts. Or a colleague who seems friendly and helpful but often blames you, takes credit for your work, and seeks ways to sabotage you for career advancement. These individuals can be very adept at concealing their true faces, making it difficult to recognize their toxicity. They may use sweet words, caring gestures, or material gifts to win your affection. They may exploit your weaknesses, making you feel guilty or indebted to them. They may manipulate your emotions, causing you to doubt yourself and lose trust in others. However, no matter how clever they are, their toxicity will eventually surface over time. You will feel tired, stressed, and uneasy in their presence. You will feel disrespected, unloved, and unable to be yourself. You will feel yourself losing energy, joy, and the meaning of life. If you realize you are in a toxic relationship, do not hesitate to bravely let go. Do not fear losing someone unworthy. Believe that you deserve love and happiness. Open your heart to better people, those who know how to cherish and treasure you. Have you ever been in such situations? Comment 3 to let me know if you need empathy. Number 4, they abuse you. Abuse is a dark shadow that lurks in many relationships, leaving deep scars on both the body and soul of the victim. It is not merely physical violence or verbal abuse, but also subtle manipulation and suffocating control that gradually erode a person's sense of self. In an abusive relationship, the abuser often exploits the trust and affection of the victim to serve their own selfish purposes. They may use words, actions, and even sex as a tool to control and manipulate the other person. For example, a husband may constantly criticize his wife about her appearance, cooking skills, or childcare, making her feel insecure and doubt her self-worth. He may compare her to other women, making her feel inadequate. Or a boyfriend may control every aspect of his girlfriend's life, from what she wears and where she goes to who she talks to, making her feel suffocated and losing her freedom. He may threaten to harm himself if she doesn't do what he wants, making her feel guilty and scared. In some cases, abusers even use physical violence to threaten and punish their victims, leaving them living in constant fear. Victims are often isolated, deprived of their autonomy, and gradually sink into a vortex of fear and helplessness. They live in constant insecurity, afraid of being hurt or retaliated against if they dare to speak up. Abusive relationships not only destroy the present but also leave severe psychological consequences affecting the victim's future. If you recognize yourself in an abusive relationship, remember that you are not alone and you deserve to be loved and respected. Don't let fear and self-doubt prevent you from seeking help. Be brave and share your situation with trusted friends, family, or mental health professionals. They will be a strong support system to help you overcome this difficult period. Seeking support from organizations that protect victims of abuse is also a wise choice. They can provide you with useful information, legal advice, and emotional support so you can confidently leave the toxic relationship and begin your healing journey. Number 5, they don't support you. In a healthy relationship, mutual support and encouragement are essential. However, some relationships lack this positive support and can even become obstacles to your personal growth. These people don't support your goals and dreams. They may be indifferent, apathetic, or even mock and belittle your efforts. They might be jealous of your success or feel threatened by your growth. So they try to hinder you in various ways, from offering negative advice and sowing seeds of doubt to actively sabotaging your plans. For example, you might share your dream of becoming a writer with your best friend, but instead of receiving encouragement, you hear comments like, "Writing is just a hobby. You can't make a living out of it." Or, "You're not talented enough to be a writer." Or you might confide in your partner about your plans to pursue a master's degree, but they dismiss it as a waste of time and money, advising you to focus on building a family instead. Alex dreams of becoming a professional photographer. He spends hours each day practicing his photography skills, learning about lighting and composition. However, whenever Alex shares this passion with his close friends, he only receives sarcastic remarks like, "Anyone can take pictures. What's the big deal about learning and practicing?" Or, "That's a precarious profession. You won't make enough to support yourself." Once, Alex even posted a photo he was proud of on social media, and a friend commented, "How did you manage to take such a bad photo? It looks terrible." These words hurt Alex and made him lose confidence in his abilities. Emily has always dreamed of studying abroad to broaden her knowledge and experience life in a foreign country. She has worked hard and achieved high scores in standardized tests. However, when Emily shared this plan with her parents, they strongly opposed it. Emily's parents believe that their daughter should stay at home, get married, and have children, instead of going far away. They worry that Emily will face many difficulties and dangers living alone abroad. Their disapproval leaves Emily feeling disappointed and deeply hurt. She starts to doubt her decision and loses motivation to pursue her dream. Ryan is an ambitious young man who has always wanted to start his own business. He has a detailed plan and is ready to embark on this challenging path. However, Ryan's girlfriend doesn't support him. She thinks starting a business is a risky gamble and advises Ryan to find a stable job at a company. She worries that Ryan will fail and lose everything. His girlfriend's negative attitude makes Ryan feel tired and discouraged. He begins to doubt his abilities and no longer dares to pursue his passion. This lack of support can cause deep emotional wounds, making us feel lonely, demotivated, and doubtful of our own abilities. It can make us hesitate on the path to pursuing our dreams, or even give up on our goals altogether. If you are in such a relationship, remember that you deserve support and encouragement. Don't let the negative words and actions of others affect your confidence and determination. Seek support from those who genuinely care about you and believe in you. They will be a great source of motivation to help you overcome all difficulties and achieve success in life. Number 6. Frequent conflicts that remain unresolved. Unresolved conflicts are like a festering wound, gradually eating away at the relationship, causing trust and respect to fade. Each argument becomes a vicious cycle with no end. Sharp words and hurtful actions are repeated over and over like a sad song that never stops playing. Each time, the distance between the two people grows wider, and trust is further eroded. For example, in the relationship between Jessica and Chris, disagreements about parenting styles are always the cause of heated arguments. Jessica wants her children to be free to explore and develop in their own way, while Chris believes in strict rules and discipline. Every time they talk about this issue, they fall into a cycle of arguing, blaming each other, and neither is willing to give in. Phrases like, "you always," or "you never," are constantly repeated, leaving both of them feeling hurt and helpless. Despite trying to find solutions, listen, and understand, all efforts are like pouring water into the sand. Jessica and Chris have tried attending marriage counseling sessions, reading parenting books, and even trying different approaches, but nothing has changed. Each time they face a conflict, instead of finding common ground and resolving it together, they fall into a cycle of blame, reproach, and endless arguing. Old wounds that haven't healed are reopened, leaving both of them feeling exhausted and discouraged. The inability to resolve conflicts not only causes emotional pain, but also affects every aspect of the relationship. Joy and connection gradually disappear, replaced by tension, fatigue, and boredom. Jessica and Chris gradually become distant, talking and sharing less with each other. They feel misunderstood and unsupported. Unresolved conflicts also affect other family members, especially the children. They sense the tension and discord between their parents, causing them to feel worried and insecure. They may become withdrawn, shy, or even exhibit defiant behavior. Gradually, both Jessica and Chris feel suffocated and no longer want to continue. Their relationship becomes as fragile as a thread, easily broken by a gentle breeze. They realize that if they can't find a way to resolve their conflicts, their marriage cannot be happy and lasting. Unresolved conflicts are a clear warning sign that the relationship is facing serious problems. If a solution cannot be found, the relationship will gradually reach a dead end and become irreparable. That's when both need to reassess the relationship, considering whether there is enough love and respect to continue. If not, letting go may be the best option, allowing both to find happiness in new relationships. Number 7. They are untrustworthy. Being untrustworthy is a deep crack in the foundation of trust, a ghost haunting the relationship, gradually eroding the beautiful values that two people once built together. They are the ones who weave sweet lies and honeyed promises, only to vanish like soap bubbles when you need them the most. At the beginning of the acquaintance, they may be your confidants, the ones who love you dearly, always by your side to listen and share all the joys and sorrows in life. They're willing to promise to always be there for you, never leave you, and always be a solid support for you. Those words are like warm rays of sunshine that warm your heart, making you trust them completely. But then, as time goes by, their true colors gradually reveal themselves. The promises of the past are now just empty words. They start breaking their promises, time and time again, with completely absurd and silly excuses. They promise to come to your birthday party, but then they have a sudden work emergency. They promise to help you with your homework, but then they forget. They promise to go on a trip with you, but then they change their mind at the last minute. For example, your best friend promised to go with you to a concert of your favorite band, but then used the excuse of a family emergency to cancel at the last minute, leaving you utterly disappointed. Their betrayal is like a knife cutting into your heart, leaving scars that are difficult to heal. You feel hurt, disappointed, and lose faith in them. You wonder why they treat you this way, why they don't keep their promises to you. You start to doubt everything they say, not knowing what is true and what is false. Not only do they break promises, but they can also lie to you blatantly. They make up stories that aren't true to deceive you, to hide their secrets, or to take advantage of you. They can lie about their work, their family, their feelings, about anything. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care that their lies will hurt you. For instance, your partner says he has to work overtime in the evening, but in reality he's going out with someone else. Their deceit and manipulation make you feel insulted and disrespected. You can't understand why they can treat you so cruelly. You feel like a puppet in their hands, being controlled and used by them. Their untrustworthiness doesn't stop at breaking promises and lying. They can betray you in even deeper ways. They can reveal your secrets to others. They can talk behind your back. They can do things that harm you. They don't care how their actions will affect you. They only care about their own interests. For example, your colleague promised to keep your job search a secret, but then revealed that information to your boss. Their betrayal is a huge shock to you. You feel hurt, betrayed, and insulted. You can't believe that the person you once trusted the most could do such terrible things to you. You feel like a fool for trusting them too much and being taken advantage of. You're constantly anxious and worried, not knowing when they will turn their back on you again, when the trust you put in them will be trampled upon once more. You can't relax and enjoy the relationship with them because you always have to be cautious and vigilant. You can't share your true thoughts and feelings with them because you're afraid they will use that information to harm you. Gradually, you realize that you can't rely on them. You can't trust what they say, and you can't hope for their support when you're in trouble. Their untrustworthiness is like an invisible wall separating you from them, making the relationship fragile and vulnerable. You feel like you're on a deserted island, alone and lost. And number 8. They have no intention of changing. In the journey of life, we meet and connect with many people. Some bring joy, warmth, and motivation, while others leave deep wounds in our hearts. And sometimes, despite our best efforts to nurture and heal, we have to face a painful truth. They have no intention of changing. Olivia and Ethan's relationship was once a dreamlike love story. They met at a small cafe, amidst the melodious tunes and warm yellow lights. Olivia was attracted to Ethan's handsome appearance and sense of humor, while Ethan was captivated by Olivia's radiant smile and pure soul. They quickly became an inseparable couple, sharing sweet and romantic moments together. However, after a while of dating, Olivia began to notice alarming signs in Ethan's personality. He often showed unwarranted jealousy, controlled Olivia's every move, and even made insulting remarks towards her. Olivia tried to talk to Ethan, explaining to him that his behavior was hurting her, but Ethan only made empty promises and never followed through. Olivia remained patient and hopeful that Ethan would change. She believed that their love was strong enough to overcome any challenges. She tried everything, from gentle persuasion to direct confrontation, but Ethan didn't show any improvement. He continued to be jealous, controlling, and insulting Olivia, as if she had no right to freedom and happiness. Ethan's indifference and stubbornness made Olivia feel helpless and exhausted. She realized that she couldn't continue living in such a toxic relationship. Olivia loved Ethan, but she loved herself more. She knew that she deserved to be loved and respected, not treated like a toy. After many sleepless nights of contemplation, Olivia decided to break up with Ethan. It was a difficult but necessary decision. Olivia was heartbroken and regretted it, but she knew it was the best choice for both of them. She couldn't continue sacrificing her happiness for someone who didn't deserve it. Another example is the story of Ben and his best friend Liam. They grew up together, sharing all their secrets and dreams. However, when they entered college, Liam started to change. He became arrogant and looked down on Ben, often mocking Ben's efforts and achievements. Ben tried to talk to Liam, but Liam just laughed and accused Ben of being jealous of him. Their relationship became increasingly strained and distant. Ben felt hurt and disappointed by Liam's change. He tried to mend their friendship, But Liam had no intention of changing. He continued to belittle and insult Ben. Ben realized that he couldn't keep holding on to a relationship that was no longer healthy. He decided to let go of his friendship with Liam and focus on friends who genuinely cared about and supported him. The stories of Olivia and Ben show that sometimes, no matter how hard we try, there are people who don't want to change. They can be lovers, friends, relatives, or colleagues. They can cause us deep pain with their behavior and words. When facing such people, we need to realize that we can't change them. We can only change how we react to them. We can choose to forgive them, but that doesn't mean we have to continue enduring the hurt. We can choose to distance ourselves from them, to protect ourselves and seek healthier relationships. Letting go is not a sign of weakness, but of courage. It's how we love ourselves and value our worth. It's how we open our hearts to receive better things in life. Number 9. We are not happy around them. Happiness, a seemingly simple concept, is actually complex and diverse in how each person perceives it. Some find happiness in small things like a morning cup of coffee, a smile from a stranger, or a favorite song. Others believe happiness is achieved through great career success, a loving family, or traveling the world. However, regardless of the definition, happiness remains a positive emotional state, a sense of satisfaction and contentment with life. It is an invaluable source of energy that helps us overcome difficulties, challenges, and achieve our goals in life. When we are happy, we become more optimistic, love life more, and have more motivation to strive and create. Happiness is not only the ultimate goal, but also the driving force for us to continue living and contributing. But life is not always rosy. There are times when we feel sad, disappointed, discouraged, and lose our joy in life. This can be due to pressures from work, studies, life events, or simply bad days. And especially, there are relationships that, instead of being a source of encouragement and support, become burdens on our shoulders, causing us to lose our inherent joy and happiness. Imagine having a close friend who constantly competes with you in every aspect. Whenever you achieve something, instead of congratulating you, that friend becomes jealous and tries to belittle you. Their words and actions make you feel tired, discouraged, and lose faith in yourself. Or in a romantic relationship, your partner is always controlling, unreasonably jealous, and doesn't respect your decisions. You feel suffocated, constrained, and no longer yourself. Such toxic relationships, instead of bringing joy and happiness, make us feel sad, stressed, tired, and lose positive energy. We gradually become withdrawn, hesitant to communicate, and lose trust in others. These relationships can even cause emotional harm, leading to depression, anxiety, and insomnia. When we realize that a relationship is negatively affecting our emotions and mental health, we need to make decisive decisions. Sometimes, letting go of an unhealthy relationship is the way to protect ourselves and rediscover happiness. However, letting go is not easy. We are often bound by beautiful memories, promises, or simply the fear of loneliness. But remember, your happiness is the most important thing. Don't let toxic relationships affect your life. Instead of trying to hold on to relationships that no longer bring joy, open your heart to new people, those who truly care and love you. Spend time on personal hobbies and activities that you enjoy. Take care of yourself both physically and mentally. Happiness is not a destination, but a journey. On that journey, we will meet many people, some who will accompany us along the way and others who are just passers-by. The important thing is that we must cherish good relationships and let go of those that no longer bring us joy and happiness. Life is too short to waste time on unworthy relationships. Choose people who bring you joy, warmth, and motivation. Surround yourself with good friends, loved ones, and positive colleagues, and remember, happiness is always within your reach as long as you know how to cherish and seize it. Number 10. Control and imposition. When love turns into shackles. True love is about freedom, respect, and mutual understanding. However, there are relationships where love is distorted and transformed into suffocating control and imposition. In these relationships, one person tries to take control of the other's life, making decisions for them or imposing their personal opinions on them. Initially, excessive concern can be mistaken for genuine love. They constantly ask where you are, what you're doing, who you're with, and want to know every detail of your life. They may offer helpful advice or assist you in difficult situations. However, gradually, this concern becomes excessive and turns into control. They start setting rules and boundaries for you, forbidding you from seeing friends, pursuing hobbies, or doing what you want. They may check your phone, email, or social media to monitor your every move. They may show unwarranted jealousy when you talk to someone of the opposite sex or even with friends of the same sex. This control is not limited to actions, but also manifests through words. They often criticize, judge, and belittle you. They believe they are always right, and you're always wrong. They don't respect your opinions and feelings, always trying to impose their views on you. Emma and Daniel have been dating for a year. Initially, Daniel was very attentive to Emma, always asking about her well-being and taking good care of her. However, gradually, he began to control Emma's every move. He forbade her from going out with friends, demanded that she report everything she did, and even chose her clothes. Emma felt suffocated and no longer herself. Or take the case of Ben and his wife, Sophia. Sophia always wanted to control everything in the household, from spending, cooking, to what Ben should do after work. She always thought she knew better than Ben, and never listened to his opinions. Ben felt like a child being controlled by his mother, with no voice in his own home. Control and imposition in a relationship can have serious consequences for both people. The person being controlled will feel a loss of freedom, confidence, and happiness. They may fall into depression, anxiety, and even have suicidal thoughts. The controlling person will also not be happy, as they are always living in worry, fear, and insecurity. If you are in a relationship where you feel controlled and imposed upon, remember that you are not alone. Many people have gone through this situation and have overcome it. Seek help from friends, family, or a mental health professional. Don't let yourself get trapped in a toxic relationship. You deserve to be loved and respected. So number 11, intuition's whisper, when your inner voice speaks. In life, we are often taught to listen to reason, analyze things logically, and make decisions based on clear evidence. However, there is another voice, silent but powerful, that always exists within each of us. It is intuition. Intuition is a form of perception, a whisper from the depths of our soul, not based on any reasoning or analysis. It often appears suddenly, without warning, and brings us important messages about ourselves, about others, and about the relationships around us. Intuition plays a crucial role in helping us make the right decisions, especially in relationships. When a relationship is no longer healthy, intuition is often the first companion to sound the alarm. It tells us that something is wrong, that this relationship is harming us, and that we need to change. Imagine you are in a romantic relationship. At first, everything is wonderful. Your partner cares for you, takes care of you, and always makes you feel happy. However, gradually, you start to notice unusual signs. Your partner becomes unreasonably jealous, overly controlling, or often says hurtful things. Your mind may try to justify those behaviors, thinking they are just expressions of love, but your intuition tells you that something is not right. Or in a friendship, you feel like you are always the one giving, while the other person only takes. You always have to listen to their problems, help them when they are in trouble, but when you need a shoulder to lean on, they disappear. Your mind may say that it's normal in friendships, but your intuition tells you that you're being taken advantage of. At work, you have a colleague who always tries to undermine you, steal your credit, or talk behind your back. Your mind may advise you to ignore it, not to bother with petty people, but your intuition tells you that this person is threatening your career. Intuition is not always right, but it is always worth listening to, because intuition is the voice of the soul, the crystallization of our experiences, emotions, and feelings. It can help us see through things that reason cannot perceive, help us make the right decisions, and protect ourselves from toxic relationships. When intuition tells you that a relationship is not good for you, don't rush to ignore it. Take time to think, to listen to your feelings, and to objectively reassess the relationship. If you notice negative signs, be brave enough to face the truth and make necessary decisions. Sometimes ending an unhealthy relationship is the best thing for both people. It can be painful and difficult, but it will help you break free from negative emotions, find peace and happiness for yourself. Remember, you deserve to be happy. Don't let toxic relationships affect your life. Listen to your intuition, trust your instincts, and be brave enough to make the right decisions. Intuition is a priceless gift that nature has given us. Cherish and use it wisely. Let your intuition guide you in the right direction, help you find good relationships, sincere friends, and new opportunities in life. Number 12. They manipulate you. The final and perhaps most dangerous sign of a toxic relationship is subtle manipulation. This manipulation can be psychological or financial, manifesting in various forms. Manipulators often employ sophisticated psychological tactics to control you, making you doubt yourself, feel guilty, or even become dependent on them. They may distort the truth, blame you, isolate you from others, or use affection to control you. Manipulation can occur silently and be difficult to recognize, gradually causing you to lose your autonomy and decision-making power in your own life. You may feel confused, anxious, and no longer trust yourself. If you find yourself frequently doing things you don't want to do, feeling guilty for refusing their requests or always needing their permission before doing anything, it could be a sign that you're being manipulated. Remember, you have the right to freedom and respect. Don't let anyone control your life. If you notice signs of manipulation in a relationship, speak up and seek help if necessary. Sometimes ending a toxic relationship is the best way to protect yourself and regain peace of mind. Ending a relationship is never easy, but sometimes it's a necessary decision to protect yourself and find true happiness. If you notice the signs mentioned above in your relationship, don't hesitate to listen to your heart and mind. Remember, you deserve to be loved, respected, and happy. Don't let a toxic relationship hold you back and hinder your personal growth. If you feel the need to share and seek support, don't hesitate to reach out to your loved ones or mental health professionals. You're not alone on your journey to find happiness. Be strong and courageous in making the right decision for yourself. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel to not miss out on our next interesting content. See you in the next videos.